For a long time, personal computers followed a predictable pattern. Processors handled general tasks. Graphics chips handled visuals. Intelligence lived somewhere else, usually in the cloud. That model is quietly ending. Artificial intelligence is moving directly into everyday computers, and two companies are racing to define what that future looks like: AMD and Intel. It is a fight over how intelligence becomes part of the devices people use every day. To understand why this matters, we need to step away from product announcements and look at what is actually changing inside PCs. AI is no longer just a cloud service. Features like voice recognition, image enhancement, real-time translation, background noise removal, security analysis, and system optimization increasingly run on the device itself. This shift improves speed, reduces dependence on internet connections, and addresses growing privacy concerns, but it also changes what processors need to do well. Traditional CPUs were not designed for continuous AI workloads. GPUs help, but they are power-hungry and not always efficient for small, constant tasks. This is where dedicated AI engines enter the picture. Both AMD and Intel are now building processors with specialized components designed to handle AI locally. These components are meant to process inference workloads efficiently without draining battery or overwhelming the system. On paper, this looks like a simple upgrade. In reality, it represents a deeper shift in how computing platforms are evaluated. Performance alone is no longer enough. The real competition is about integration. Intel has spent decades building relationships with PC manufacturers. Entire product lines, support systems, and enterprise deployments are structured around Intel platforms. Software optimization, driver support, and compatibility layers all reflect that history. This creates inertia. Even if a competing chip performs well, manufacturers must consider risk. Will it integrate smoothly? Will support be reliable? Will customers trust it? AMD's challenge is not proving capability, it is convincing the ecosystem. AMD's newer AI-focused processors are designed to bring intelligence closer to the user. They aim to make AI tasks more efficient and accessible across consumer and business devices. This positions AMD as a serious contender in the next phase of personal computing. But adoption depends on more than architecture. PC manufacturers care about stability. Enterprises care about long-term support. Developers care about tools and documentation. Consumers care about reliability, not benchmarks. This is where Intel's advantage becomes clear. Intel's approach to AI inside PCs emphasizes consistency and predictability. The goal is not to make AI visible, but to make it dependable. AI features are meant to work quietly in the background, improving the experience without calling attention to themselves. AMD, on the other hand, focuses on flexibility and performance balance. Its strategy gives manufacturers more options, but that also means more responsibility for integration. Neither approach is inherently better. They solve different problems. Another factor shaping this competition is software. AI hardware is only useful if developers actually use it. That requires mature development tools, clear documentation, and reliable performance across devices. Software ecosystems take years to build. Intel has a head start here, but AMD is investing heavily to close the gap. This is not a sprint. It is a slow build. This is why headlines about competing with Intel can be misleading. The real challenge is not defeating Intel. It is reshaping expectations. For decades, processors were judged by speed and efficiency. Now they are judged by how intelligently they manage workloads, how well they balance power, performance, and responsiveness, how seamlessly they support AI features without user friction. This is a different game. AI features in PCs are rarely dramatic. They do not announce themselves. They improve workflows subtly. Faster startup behavior, smarter background processing, cleaner audio, better battery management. These improvements are cumulative, not flashy. That makes them difficult to market. Users rarely buy a device because of one AI feature. They buy it because the experience feels smoother. That favors platforms that integrate well rather than those that chase headline features. This is why adoption matters more than innovation alone. AMD's push into AI chips shows that it understands where computing is heading. Intel's continued dominance shows that legacy still matters. The future of AI-powered PCs will not be decided by a single generation of chips. It will be decided by trust, execution, and ecosystem alignment over time. There is also a broader implication. As AI becomes part of the baseline, PCs stop being passive tools.